What if I told you this tiny PC could mine crypto 24/7, use barely any power, and still bring in a passive income? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how this budget-friendly mini PC can turn into a legit crypto mining rig. So whether you're in a tight space and you're chasing lower power bills, or you're just getting started and want something user-friendly, this setup might work really well for you. I'll walk you through the hardware, the mining performance, the power draw, and of course the profitability. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So this is the MinisForum BD795M. So basically it's an all-in-one mini PC. It comes with the motherboard and a CPU soldered to the board. So you don't need to mess around with trying to figure out exactly what CPU goes with what motherboard. So we're over here on the MinisForum store right now, and we'll just run through a bit of the specs, but you can see exactly what it looks like here. So this is the soldered CPU onto the motherboard, and this is the bare bones version that we've got right here. So you can buy these all in one, or if you want to, tweak a few things like get higher speed fans, better cooling, higher speed RAM, you can go the bare bones model and build it yourself. And that's exactly what I've done in this case. So moving on down, we can see it's got pretty much everything that your standard sort of PC will come with. The chipset driver in this, it's a Ryzen 9, it's a 7945HX, and it's supposed to be pretty much on par with a 7950X, and we will get into those numbers later. So it's a micro ATX form factor, so it's a little bit smaller than your traditional ATX boards that you might be used to. It comes with M.2s. It also comes with a built-in integrated graphics, which is really, really good. So it means you don't need to plug in a graphics card to set this thing up, which is really, really nice. It says high cost performance. So you are getting good bang for buck when it comes to the power draw that it's using versus the performance, the hash rate, which we'll look at like we said. It's got M.2 storage, 2 of them. It's an LGA 1700 cooling system on it, so it'll be compatible with 1700 coolers. High-speed memory, so it's up to 5200 megahertz. So we've obviously maxed that out as we do, and it does just have the one PCIe slot. So for putting your graphics card, it's an X16 lane in it. So we will be testing one of the algorithms that does require a graphics card, so that is great. So if we check out the price, and we will do a price comparison later, but let's have a look at some of the specs here. So 389 bucks, you can get the exact model that I've got, or if you want to spend a little bit more, you can get the CPU fan installed with those as well. But because we need that sort of high performance cooling, we've gone with the bare bones right here. So it's 16 cores, 32 threads, and up to 5.4 gigahertz. So exactly the same specs as a 7950X, and it does match up. It's DDR5 RAM, like we said, up to 5200 megahertz. So the specs look pretty good, but how does it perform? Let's jump on over to HiveOS and start running some numbers. All right, so first coin off the ranks. Many of you know, if you watch my channel, I love me some Warthog. So Warthog is right off the bat. We've paired this CPU with a 4070. You can see our core clock locked at 2100 megahertz, the memory at 810, of course. That's pulling 91 watts. The overall rig consumption, and I'll flash these on screen, is around 230 watts. So we can see our efficiency here, 9.11 megahash per watt. I can tell you right now, this is more efficient than any other Warthog rig I've put together. I've put 3090s with 7950Xs. I've put 4070s on the 7950X as well, 3900Xs, 5900Xs. So far this is taking the cake. We've only got 30 threads enabled here. That's the BZ Miner auto config. I could push this to 31, get a little more hash rate, but 828 mega hash is pretty good. Now, this will fluctuate differently when it calibrates each time. I've seen it up to about 860, but we'll stick with what we've got now. So around 830 mega hash to start with on Warthog. Moving on, next we're looking at Zephyr, running around 138 watts for 18,215 hashes, or around 18.2 kilohash. So once again, right on par with the 7950X, but a much lower power draw. So far so good. We won't test all of the random X algorithm coins because we will get the same power draw and hash rate pretty much on all of them, but we will look at some of the other coins, the random X coins, a little later in the video. Next up, another favorite of everyone's, especially mine, Verus Hash. So a whopping 56.33 mega hash we're getting out of this CPU MOBO combo. Really good, much higher than I was expecting, and using 137 watts too. So once again, high hash rate, big bang for buck. And I have a feeling that this one, even with the current markets down for everything, will be in the green as far as profitability is concerned. Next up, an oldie but a goodie, Raptorium, of course. We're on the Ghostwriter algorithm, 32 threads, 132 watts, and it's making 4.6 kilohash. So again, good bang for buck, good efficiency. Not sure how Raptorium will perform as far as profitability. It's had a big nosedive, but in my last few CPU mining videos, people have said, please include Raptorium. So I have. This is one of the most efficient CPUs, so if it's not profitable on this, I don't know what to tell you. Next up, we're looking at Kyler Coin. This is on the Flex algorithm, 2.279 kilohash at 130 watts. Now, I've included Kyler Coin because on the Flex algorithm, there is another CPU mineable coin called Lin Coin. So we've thrown this one in here as well. It hasn't been very profitable for a little while now, but let's see if with this increased efficiency on this rig, we can eke out some profits. So the last hash rate we're checking today is Spectre on the Spectre X algorithm, 137 watts, so 18.18 kilohash. It was higher than I expected. Right on par with this with the 7950X, maybe a little bit lower. 32 threads. The core clock's at 4.45 gigahash. It can go higher than this, of course, if we overclock it. But like we said, keeping it at baseline stock standard right now to give us a bit of an idea. So moving on, we're going to have a look at the actual profitability of these now and see if anything is actually profitable. Now, I could have mined and checked a lot of other different coins, but I would rather you guys let me know if there's something specific you want to see down in the comments. If you want me to check the hash rate and power consumption on something, let me know. And now let's move on into the profits. All right, so we are over here on hashrate.no, and I want to start by showing you the numbers on a 7950X, as that's what this is supposed to be on par with. So I want to compare these two, show you the numbers on the 7950X first, so you can have a bit of a better idea. The power cost I've put at 10 cents USD electric rate, which is similar to my electric rate. Probably even slightly higher when you consider my solar, if I was to just mine with this CPU and not all my other gear. But 10 cents is a good round number, and you of course can adjust these if you want to come over here and look at it yourself. Now, I have set all my custom hash rates for my 7950X. If you want to see those hash rates, videos on that, check them out. They'll be on my channel somewhere, just search for them. But here are the numbers that we're looking at right now for this 7950X. So right at the top, we can see Lincoin, that's on the Flex algo, 3 cents. Zephyr losing a cent. Everything else is completely negative. The random X coins are at the top. Mostly random X seems to be on top as far as a CPU mining algorithm, has been for a long time and probably will stay that way. So nothing happening on the 7950X at 10 cents as well, which is a really good cost per kilowatt hour. But most people won't have that. So pretty much nothing happening. Now, let's have a look at this this little mini PC and see how it goes. Now, you can see down here, well, hashrate.no, hello. I don't know why, but this is the BC250. I've just set my own custom hash rates over here on the side because it doesn't have this mini PC in here. So I've set the numbers on that, and let's have a look at how it's performing. So straight off the bat, you can see a lot more profitability across the board. Still not a lot anywhere, but this is a pretty good start. So 12 cents, you know, as opposed to 3 cents. So 4 times more profitable than anything else. We also only had Lincoin in profit. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different coins. So we checked out Zephyr, you know, 18 kilohash, 132 watts. That's making 12 cents. Not too bad. Edica, 10 cents, 9 cents, 6 cents. Salvium, I did want to test that, but it's RandomX. So, you know, it's already got the same numbers as far as hash rate and power are concerned. Let's move on down. Verus, not making any money, losing 6 cents. Lincoin, Flex algorithm, making nothing, losing 10 cents. Spectre, losing 14 cents. Raptorium, losing 15 cents. Pulsar, Zealous, Kylocoin, everything pretty much down the bottom is losing except for RandomX. So 4 times more profitable than when compared to the 7950X. Now, 12 cents, nothing to write home about, but let's remember the markets are in an absolute shambles right now. Everything is about as low as it can go. So, you know, we really just wanted to get an idea of efficiency and comparison here. So definitely much better when compared to the 7950X as far as efficiency and profitability. Now, is it as good as a gaming PC as a 7950X? No, probably not. Almost definitely not. Resale value, not as good. But strictly crypto mining speaking, definitely outperforming it. Now, of course, we can't forget about old faithful Warthog. So here we've entered in the specs for my 7950X and the 4070 as well. 866 megahash, 275 watts, 22 cents profit. So Warthog still is the go-to. Warthog has always been more profitable since I've been CPU mining than anything else. So good numbers on the 7950X, but even better numbers on the MinisForum Mini PC. Around 830 megahash, 234 watts for 27 cents profit. So more efficient across the board. Look, not by much, 5 cents a day, but it all adds up, right? If you're going for efficiency on Warthog, 7950X, it's been beaten, unfortunately, 22 cents to 27 cents. Now, as far as cost is concerned, 383 bucks you can get these from on Amazon. So pretty cheap, but this is just a motherboard and a CPU, right? You still need to buy a fan, you still need to buy a RAM and an SSD. But even still, when you compare that with the 7950X, you're saving 100 bucks right off the bat. It's $100 cheaper there. It's another $75 cheaper there when you're buying, you know, the whole lot. So obviously for the 7950X, you're gonna need the motherboard, the CPU, the fan, all that good stuff. So definitely more budget friendly. As far as resale, it might lose its value a bit faster. 7950X, a great CPU, but you know, if you're looking for budget, then I think this is the way to go. Obviously, you got to have a bit of know-how and know how to put all these parts together. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a pretty good little budget mini PC for crypto mining. As we know, the profits are down on everything at the moment. You're not going to be getting rich quick off buying one of these, but more efficient than the 7950X. It's more profitable, uses less power, so less ongoing costs. I would be wary though. I have heard some cases where there have been issues with heating. Now, a lot of my temperatures were running at about 80 Celsius, but that's fine. They're spec'd to run up to 90, 95 before they thermal throttle, so you may as well use it. And I think with the undervolting that will get done on the BIOS soon, it'll be more efficient, it'll be cooler, and most likely more profitable. So let me know what you think, guys. Do you think this is a good little find for crypto mining at home, low cost, low risk? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.